Hello everyone, today we're doing TryHackMe's Bedrock Capture the Flag. We'll start by setting the IP. And then we'll do an int map scan. Well, actually we'll do a Rustscan first, because it's faster. Alright, so we get 2280 4040 9009 54321. So the room says Fred Flintstone Barney Rubble. Barney is setting up an ABC web server and trying to use TLS certs to secure connections, but he's having trouble. Here's what we know. He was able to establish injects on port 80, redirecting to a custom TLS web server on port 4040. There is a TCP socket listening with a simple service to help retrieve TLS credential files, credential keys, and certificates. There's another TCP TLS helper service listening on an authorized connection using files obtained from the above service. Can you find all the Easter eggs? So if we go to the web page, you get redirected to port 4040. So just hit advance and then accept the risks and continue, and then you get welcome to ABC, Abadabba Broadcasting Company. We're in the process of building a website. Can you believe this technology exists in Bedrock? Barney is helping to set up the server, and he said that this was important. Hey, it's Barney. I only figured out inject so far. What the hell is the database? Is a database? Bam Bam tried to set up its SQL database, but I don't see it running. Looks like it started something else, but I'm not sure how to turn it off. He said it was from the toilet and over 9,000. Need to try and secure connections with certificates. So if we know that port 90 or 909 is giving credential, what are you looking for? You just connect to it with Netcat, and it says, what are you looking for? The service to recover your client credentials and private keys. Okay, so then you get your private key, and then we'll do and you get your certificate. So we'll just copy this, and then up here we'll just do a T, and then we'll do Barney dot cert. Then we'll just do a here doc. Then we gotta copy it. Why is it not copying? There we go. Then you hit enter, and then you type the end of it, whatever you begin it with, the here doc say, and then you enter, and then that's in the file that you named it as. So then we'll do the same for this one. And we'll do key this time, dot key. And then we know from what the web page said is that it's or not from what the web page says, but from what this says. It says there's another TCP TLS helper service listening for authorized connections using files obtained from the service above. So we got these, so now we got the files. So what we'll do is we'll use Openssl. So we'll do. We don't need to be in here anymore. We can close that out. Well, that's right. So the command is openssl, and then you use the s_client with the connect flag with your host, or not with your host, but where the IP address for them is, and then the port you're connecting to, the cert flag with your whatever you named your certification at. It doesn't have to be CRT. It could be TXT or anything you want to name it, as long as it's the right format on the inside. And then your key file, and then it runs through its little thing and confirms it, and then it gives you a shell. I think no, it's not a shell. It's a so your current user Barney Rebel. So type password and you get the password. So this isn't. It's not Barney's password. Where it's Barney's password, but it's not part of the answers. So use just SSH as Barney. Paste the password. Then you get Barney's flag. What is Fred's password? So type in your password again, and then you can run certil. So let's see what we can do with that. So we can generate new key pairs. So let's get Fred's full name. So we get Fred Flintstone. So we could use search out, and then we'll do Fred, and then quote. And then it'll generate new key pair for us. So we'll just do the same thing we did before. Copy this. That's not going to work. All right, now I can do the private key. And then we'll just do Openssl, and we'll just change these to Fred. So we're Fred now, so we can just do you can spell it however you want. It doesn't matter. You can spell it normal. I was just messing around right there. So now we got his password, so we can SSH as Fred. So we got Fred's. What is Fred's password? What is Fred's text? We'll do sudo L and see what we can use. Base 64 and base 32. So we'll just do and then we'll take this and then we get a base 32. So we'll just do and then we get another base 64. And then that's a MD5. So we'll go to crack station real quick. And you get Flintstone's vitamins. So that's the root password. So we'll just come over here and go SU root. Type in the password. Did I not copy the password? There you go. So you just and you get the root flag. All right. Hope you guys had fun. Until next time, like, comment, subscribe. Peace.